Dude, these people are freaking out. Look at Crowder. Crowder says to all Candace Owens supporters, how disgusting do you have to be to accuse the wife of a man who was shot and killed of planning it or having any part in it? Dude, this is from Crowder. Dude, the wife beater.
Well, Charlie's wife, Erika Kirk, who has now been put, Candace, with that language, with this accusation, has put the wife of Charlie Kirk, and she'll say, that's not what I tried to do. It is. It's the result. Erika Kirk in the crosshairs.
Dude, Erika Kirk put herself in the crosshairs.
It's not like you have to look through 6 degrees of separation.
Dude, Trump trying to lick it, bro. Dude, what is he doing over here, boss? The fuck is Trump doing, dude?
Post after post and article after article with both Kirks, but certainly Erika praising, thanking President Trump, discussing how important his support has been. So
yeah, I mean, that's exactly what she'd be doing, right? You know what I mean? If she was part and parcel with Charlie going to be with Jesus, I mean, think about it. If she's really one of those devout, crazy evangelicals, maybe she's convinced that Charlie's going to be with Jesus and it's serving the Lord here on earth, right? Sacrificing people is something evangelicals don't really have a problem with. They're just like the guys who fly planes into buildings. I'm telling you, these deeply evangelical people, guys, are batshit. Okay, you get in there, you get into like these like tongue-speaking churches, and they really would sacrifice their kids, man. They would, or their loved ones. They are not concerned about that shit. If it's serving the Lord, it's fucked up.
So if the Trump administration, if the Fed killed Charlie Kirk, look, there's no middle ground here right now. Either Erika Kirk is evil,
probably,
and was in on it, or Candace Owens is an evil
Dude, he loves that word, bro.
I hope I'm being really clear about that.
Yeah.
And saying
now, I think there's probably a little of both, bro.
She didn't connect all the dots. Just that is not an excuse when there is a grieving family right now.
But dude, are they really grieving? Right? Like honestly, guys. And I don't mean to be a dick here, but is anyone related to Charlie Kirk really grieving? Because it sure doesn't seem like it. They may send a tweet, oh, I think about Charlie every 10 minutes. But you saw Andrew Colvett talking to Adam Mockler. That guy didn't look like he was grieving. He looked like a fucking sociopath. Okay? Every time these people speak, there's no emotion. They're just about power. They have their eyes set on middle schools and high schools and a tpusa takeover. They're hitting the cash register 100 times a day. They're posting pictures of these situations they're setting of people waving posters of Charlie. For Charlie. They have an empty chair on stage with them. Dude, they are like cashing in and accumulating power and trying to expand their ministry. They don't appear to be like, and what's more, guys, is if they were grieving, I feel like they would have like respected Charlie's belief system. But the very fact that they're trying to get people jailed for talking about Charlie, like everything Charlie believed in, they're like driving a fucking bulldozer right over the top of it. They have completely replaced Charlie's ideology with their own like Wailing Wall, sort of like pro-Trump, manufactured, let's get into the middle schools. You know what I mean? Like they have bulldozed Charlie's whole thing to become like a Trump. I've even seen people in their comments saying, whoa, when did tpusa become just an arm of like the Trump regime? Why is tpusa just a Trump megaphone now? right? From their own membership have said this, where they're like, whoa, this is weird. Because Charlie was like, he helped Trump get elected, but he had his own shit that was beyond like Trump, you know?
Who's not just left holding the bag, but you know very well will put Erika Kirk in the crosshairs. Let me ask you this. If you were killed and someone out there for clicks, clickbait, headlines, went out and espoused conspiracy theories with zero evidence that put your wife or your husband in the crosshairs, where you knew after you had passed.
It's kind of sounding a lot like Sandy Hook, right? And Alex Jones, who is somebody that all these guys had no problem with, remember? Remember Alex Jones and Sandy Hook putting all their parents into the crosshairs? And not famous rich parents like Erika Kirk, right, who were connected to the president, but little parents in Newtown, Connecticut, who were just all of a sudden in a national spotlight, and they're trying to convince people they did an op for gun control, right? Remember that? Or Jack Posobiec and Pizzagate, right? I mean, who are these fuckers kidding, bro? That now they're like, oh, you know, they're like, Candace is doing the same shit these motherfuckers have been doing since the dawn of time, bro. You know?
That the person you love was going to have to deal with fallout and accusations of killing you and villainized. It'd probably be as close to coming back as a haunting as you could possibly hope for, right?
Dude, look at Crowder. Crowder's like, I'm so concerned about Erika. Dude, homie's trying to get laid, dude. He's like, maybe if I throw my hat, right? Because my own wife is going to take me for everything. I'm done because I've abused her. So maybe I'll put a hat in on Erika. Dude, is that what he's doing? Dude, he is. He's trying to get in. He's like, Erika, hey, honey, I promise I'll be nice to you. It'll be different this time. Dude, I'll buy you flowers. Dude.
Either Erika Kirk is in on this, and just to be clear, that's obviously rhetoric. Of course she's not. And of course there's no evidence that she was. And of course there will be some very unstable people, which is by design from Candace, who will accuse me of being paid by the Trump administration or Mossad or whatever it is. Insert all the crap here. Either Erika Kirk is evil and conspired with the Trump administration to kill her husband, Charlie Kirk, to assassinate him in cold blood.
Maybe.
Or Candace Owens has officially crossed the Rubicon to evil. Tell me if you disagree, and we'll take your chat on it later. But those are my initial thoughts. And I'm going to call it gonna weasel out. And I didn't say that, and I didn't imply that, and we're just asking questions. You need to do better. One final thing. People have talked about this. Is it true? Is it not? Is that actually the psyop where the left has wanted to drive a wedge between those on the right? Do you think that fracturing those on the right over a baseless conspiracy?
I mean, it sounds good, actually, Crowder. That's what I'm putting my hat in the ring. I'm like, I'm going to make some videos about this. I'm going to try to fracture. Absolutely. Like, fuck you guys. Dude, you guys deserve to be fractured. You're already fractured, boss. I hate to tell you, but you guys are already fractured. You are neck deep in Epstein and Trump and Netanyahu and Charlie Kirk, and you guys are all full of shit, and you're lying, and you're manipulative, and none of you are grieving, and you're all like feeding the same bullshit information when obviously something went down. Something stinks about this shit. Dude, come on, baby. We are going to burn this shit to the ground, motherfucker.
That the most effective president in modern American history killed one of the most effective public figures in modern American history?
Yeah, because that figure was trying to eclipse him and trying to get the Epstein files out. It's believable. I'm not saying it is, but it's believable. Has Trump had somebody else offed before? Yeah, I'm certain he has. Right? Through people he did business with. The guy started a casino, man. There are bodies buried because of Trump. Guarantee it. He's definitely, yeah, his ex-wife maybe, right? He's definitely had some people killed, for sure. He definitely faked the shit with his ear. Like, come on, bro. Okay, cartilage does not grow back, you know? But Trump grew back. He's like a goddamn, like a leopard gecko, dude. You cut off his ear and that motherfucking thing grows back. And you put a Kotex on it and it grows back like a couple weeks later. Like, come on, bro. Nah. No fucking way, bro. Stinks to high heaven. And yes, Trump was not the most productive anything, dude. Trump is a chaos maker, dude. That guy hasn't gotten shit done, bro.
Who's survived by his wife, who happens to be very close with a supportive president. I couldn't think of a more effective wedge issue. So either way, if it's stupidity or it's proactive evil, you must do better, sweetheart.
Question for the crew. What can we say to the people who listen to Candace and believe her? It feels like talking to a leftist at this point, and I'm not sure how we can break through to them.
It does.
No, they're in chat. Good luck.
Dude.
Some of them are.
Oh, see? It feels like talking to a leftist, right? Why does it feel like talking to a leftist for them? Isn't that telling that, like, think about this. There's a saying, guys. There's an AA saying, and a really good one. And those of you who are in recovery have gone to AA, you'll recognize this saying. But the saying, guys, the AA saying is if it's everyone, it's you. Okay? That's the saying. And the meaning behind it is like, if I go out and I run into one person where I'm like, God, this person's being unreasonable. Okay, maybe that person's having a bad day and maybe that person is really the problem. But if I go out and everybody I run into on that day is just being a douche, it's me that's being a douche, right? If everyone is unreasonable and the problem is you. And so the reason why I bring this up is because MAGA are always like, ooh, it's the leftists, it's the radical left, it's these people, the LGBTQ, it's the leftists that are the problem. But now they're like, oh, talking to the people who believe Candace, now it's like they're like talking to a leftist, right? They're getting to the whole, well, everybody but us who just snort Trumpism, everybody who's not us is unreasonable and fucking off their rocker. And it's like, no, they're just starting to realize that, like, no, they're really whacked out, you know? They are really fucking whacked out. And like, guys, man, I'm telling you right now, this Epstein shit just looms a lot larger than I ever really thought it did. I mean, I'm reading Virginia's book, reading fucking the old Miami Herald shit and the Julie K. Brown book. And like, there is like, dude, like, I don't know, man. Some of it feels, and I can't prove this, and this may be a conspiracy of my own, but sometimes, guys, I sit back, okay? Sometimes I sit back and I feel like the only reason Donald Trump ran for president was to make the Epstein shit disappear. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.